you can find. Glad to see that I could help make your life a bit easier. But have you ever thought of how I felt? You need to think about your behavior.
Yeah, I did it. Oh boy, I did it. Yes, I did. Oh, welcome to another edition of Butch On Sports. Simply Butch is here, and thanks for tuning in. The music just kept playing, and I just cut it off. Well, it's a Saturday night, boys and girls here, and let's get at some sports news that you can't get enough of around about 9 o'clock in the area here on a hot and muggy day in the metropolitan Detroit area and beyond. I say beyond because if the mugginess is not in your area, from the lower to the upper peninsula, guess what, boys and girls? You won't be left out. And happy Father's Day, first and foremost, to all the fathers and the pseudo fathers out there as well. Okay, I'm going to do that. I think that's deserving. Okay, happy Father's Day. Oh, a lot of barbecues going to be going out here. A lot of barbecues indeed. Let's have at it with some sports news we can't get enough of. Let's start off with the Detroit Tigers as they win their fourth in a row. I can't believe it. 4 in a row. And they've done that before this season, but hey, let's break a record and get 5 in a row and sweep the Chicago White Sox as Nicholas Castellanos and also Jose Iglesias hit a tie-breaking RBI single and 2 runs in the 8th inning with that homer. Helped the Detroit Tigers beat the Chicago White Sox by a score of 7-5 for their 4th straight win. Detroit will be aiming for a 3-game sweep when they square up with Chicago tomorrow, Sunday, at Guaranteed Rate Field. I promise you I'd call it Old Comiskey Park, but again, Guaranteed Rate Field it is, boys and girls. New Comiskey Park. Okay, let me get that cleared up too. I remember the old one as well there. Detroit is 37 and, no, well, let me change that back, 35-37. Is equal to this watermark with this 4th straight victory. And they can climb within 1 game of the 500 mark for the first time since April 25th. Tigers have outscored their opponents during this streak by 19-11. Meanwhile, the Chicago White Sox, 24-45, they have dropped 3 in a row. They remain at 500 in June. I try to be positive about this whole situation. Head-to-head matchups against the American League Central Division rivals for Detroit Tigers has been kind of lopsided this season. However, they have played the Chicago White Sox 8 times this season. They have won 7 of them, including 5 straight at guarantee. Let me say that again. Guarantee Rate Field. I want to get that right here. Boy, I thought that was... I just keep forgetting the name. People just change their stadium name because there's money involved. Again, the Chicago, we'll be playing the Tigers tomorrow. Blaine Hardy will be the pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. Hopefully keep their winning streak alive. He's done a pretty admirable job as far as pitching is concerned. Again, we watched the pitch count and the usage of the bullpen. if the Tigers pitchers are right on, and let me say this, 5 runs is a lot of runs. They still got to get better, but again, a win is a win. Go get them, Tigers. One game from 500, and they win tomorrow. Who's the thought? If you don't know by now, since Thursday, we've had the World Cup of soccer in your living room, live on Fox. I figure I say that because I can. Some stations can't even say that. But yeah, all on Fox. And I've seen some good matches here, okay? I'm going to give you the finals of the matches so far, starting from Thursday there. Russia and Saudi Arabia. Russia 5, Saudi Arabia 0. Uruguay 1, Egypt 0. Morocco loses to Iran 1-0. Portugal and Spain, which was a thrilling game there. Ronaldo, 3 goals in that particular game. I saw the butt end of that particular game. And the way he can kick a ball. Whew, the National Football League is looking for you. They tied with Spain again 3-3. France and Australia got together. France winning that 2-1. Argentina and Iceland got together also today. They were a 1-1 tie. Messi in that particular game missed a golden opportunity to put his team in the driver's seat. Missed a free kick with nobody in front but the goaltender, and he seemed very disappointed at the end of that particular game for at least 7-8 minutes here. Token handshakes, the whole 9 yards. He was completely disgusted there, but hopefully he'll overcome it and maybe have a good game there. Peru and Denmark got together. Denmark wins that particular match at the pit, 1-0. Croatia and Nigeria is the final score to that. Croatia 2, Nigeria 0. Now Sunday there's 3 games going on there, and these are some goodies too. Serbia will play Costa Rica. That will be probably the oddball of the matches being dealt with on Sunday. But again, Sunday we'll have Germany and Mexico. That's 11 o'clock in the morning. The other game, by the way, is at 8 a.m., followed by a 2 p.m., matchup. Brazil, let me get this right here. Let me get it completely right. Brazil and Switzerland. Now, that gives you all the lineups here. That'll be at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The nightcap, I would call it here. So you got everything going on with soccer in your living room, in your neighborhood. Again, there's been some doggone good matches there. Soccer is the kind of game here you can take a nap maybe, and if you blink too much, you might miss a whole heck of a lot because a lot of strategy in that particular game there indeed here. The NBA draft is coming. Need I not say something about that? Yes, the NBA draft, and then you got the news that was streaking through the world. Like I said, the NBA draft is coming. It's about less than a week away. It's on Thursday evening. That's where everyone who has a draft choice will be able to make a draft choice. They'll go, I think, 2 rounds, and after that, everything's fresh pickings as far as the draft is concerned there. The big news was yesterday, and I'll speak on it a little bit. Kawhi Leonard reportedly wants out from the San Antonio Spurs. Various outlets report the news on Friday afternoon, and according to ESPN, who really started this whole bag of brouhaha, Andre Wojciechowski, Leonard hasn't expressed a desire to the Spurs. That's what he said, to the Spurs. The Spurs deny that. That means he hasn't spoken at all. We'll get to that in a second. Some ideas in general, and I can get to that really now about this particular brouhaha. apparently the information came from sources who are close to Kawhi Leonard, and they kind of broke information to them. Maybe they got a spouse in the house or somewhere of that nature where they was able to give the news expressing Kawhi Leonard's disfavor in wanting to be with the San Antonio Spurs more. He mentioned very closely his past injury. He did not feel that the team itself handled that properly. And he seemed to get very much so disrespected when he wanted to get out for a second opinion. Now, boys and girls, if you don't know the rules of workman compensation, which this is where Kawhi Leonard lands in, that's a workman's comp thing. He got hurt on the job. He's allowed to, for this team is allowed to dictate his treatment, his plans for getting well, and all this other stuff if he's cooperative in dealing with that there. Now, maybe the confusion or the disagreement happens during treatment that is a little worse than what they predict. And after 30 days, you can go to your own doctor, after 30 days, to your own doctor to get a second opinion, and if necessary, a third opinion, fourth opinion, or whatever it may be, would be satisfactory to you in your injury or how treatment should be allotted to you. That's the deal. He was very, from what the information is gathered, he's very disgruntled about that. Now, San Antonio, again, they're still sitting in the driver's seat because they got to pay for it anyway here. And that means one thing and one thing only. You know, first of all, they got to have a conversation with him, in which the team hasn't done that. And the expression from the team said that the head coach and him need to sit on down and have a sit down of some type of find out his displeasures, because apparently the team doesn't know how Kawhi Leonard feels. I'm assuming. However, again, they can sit on this. Now, his contract, he can't go as a free agent, not this year, but next year. That means he's probably the San Antonio Spurs for the rest of the season. 2018-19 season. After that particular season, he can go free agent. Now, only thing San Antonio Spurs can do is, really much so, is trade him. Via maybe use the draft as a buffer point to get some high-pick drafts and trade them to a team that maybe would want to take on his services. Very high contract. He's due this year. $31 million. And he's also eligible to sign an extension that would give him a max contract of $215 million for the next 5 years. They call it the super max. With that saying, now, San Antonio's in a rough spot. So again, they're going to probably have a conversation, second to none. And they'll know at that point in time who's who and what's what. At that particular time, they will go head on and move forward. I say move forward. And either trading him, obliging him in a trade, or doing whatever they feel fit, because they have until February the 1st, 2019 to exercise a trade that will count for anything toward the team. So you got all that information, boys and girls? Rumors is rumors. It's hard to gauge a rumor until, and this seemed to be a good rumor of a reliable sources, so say. But again, we have not heard from Kawhi Leonard making these itineraries to the general public or holding a press conference of any kind. So we can assume that this is the information coming from his camp via his handlers or close friends, maybe agent. We don't know. But they seem to be, the information's coming out of this particular situation there. He feels betrayed. By the way, he says the Lakers, Clippers, and Celtics are all interested in him. Lakers is his desire where he wants to go. Now, Magic Johnson also has been dealt with collusion before and been fined by the NBA. So hopefully we will not hear about Magic Johnson having a conversation with Kawhi Leonard and him coming to so-and-so and so-and-so if he do so-and-so and so-and-so. NBA has ways of finding out. By the way, a lot of the at-large press feels that LeBron James is going to opt out of his contract, not going to stay with Cleveland, and LA's would be one of his desirable points because he has a home in Brentwood, California. Brentwood, by the way, is one home of O.J. Simpson before he got in a lot of trouble. But anyway, I'm just giving you the news. I tried my best. The Detroit Red Wings 2018-19 preseason schedule has been listed here. On September the 19th, on a Wednesday at Little Caesars Arena, they'll play Pittsburgh. On Thursday the 20th at Little Caesars Arena, Chicago Blackhawks. The 22nd, Saturday at Little Caesars Arena, the Boston Bruins. They'll play Pittsburgh at 3 p.m. at PPG Paint Arena. Then they'll follow up on the 25th and play Chicago 8:30 p.m. Tuesday at the United Center. They'll travel the next day to Boston on the 26th, 7 o'clock p.m. at TD Gardens. Couple of days, and then they'll be playing the Toronto Maple Leafs 28 at Scotia Arena. Now, I do believe that's in Hamilton. But now, next show, I'll make sure I'm right on that. I will definitely look that up. I didn't have time to do that. I was on the air. And last but not least, on Saturday, the 29th of September, the Toronto Maple Leafs will be at Little Caesars Arena for the final game of the preseason for the Detroit Red Wings before they head off into the 2018-19 hockey season. Boy, oh boy, I'm giving you this information like it's a good thing. Finally, in this edition of Butch On Sports, I watched a lot of sports this weekend. Much, but and attended some as well. I watched soccer today, World Cup that is. I watched baseball games. I watched some golf, a whole lot of it. And by golly, yours truly is going to get him a good night's rest tonight here, I tell you. Phil Mickelson was on there. And by the way, the U.S. Open had a humongous amount of people get kicked out of there. Tiger Woods especially, 10 over par. And we'll talk about Tiger Woods and his deal in a minute here. But Phil Mickelson, he's still in the hunt. He got over the hump. And today is his birthday. Yes, today is Phil Mickelson's birthday. With all kind of pomp and circumstance at the U.S. Open. On the 13th hole, boy, just number 13 just wasn't his cup of tea here. He had bogeys up the yang tang here, and then my man, he snapped. Basically, I watched on TV as he hustled after the puck and hit it back toward the hole before it stopped rolling. I've never seen that done before. But, of course, that is a violation in golf. And apparently, I guess he just saw the ball, he's rolling off the green. He was more fresh-minded, and he showed that he had a lot of peppermint and vigor. He's 48 years old and ran toward the ball and said, "Screw you all." Gave it that little back wrist shot here. That's against the violations of the rules here. And he was assessed a two-stroke penalty for hitting the ball, a moving ball, which gave him 10 on a par 4 hole. I'm so sorry. Gave him a total of 81 today when he went to the clubhouse. 17 over par here, man, for the tournament. Now that's pretty wicked indeed here. So he can expect a nice little check, probably at the bottom for maybe $22,000 or something. I don't know. He's a pro member or whatnot. He'll get paid on it, but I thought that was very amusing because I've never seen it before. And believe me, boys and girls, they had me in shock. Well, more in shock. More, I don't know. Oh, what do I know here any day here? By the way, wrestling this weekend is the minor league of wrestling tonight. NXT is going on, invading Chicago here. And that's a pretty good match for about 2 hours worth of stuff here. Followed by Money in the Bank, which is tomorrow, which doesn't have people here flying up and down. Really does not. It has not my interest at all. And I'm an avid wrestling fan, but I can't get into it. I just can't. So there it is. I'll look at the results at the end and have a happy day with no regrets here. However, Raw this week is going to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yeah. So everybody in Grand Rapids, you ain't got a seat. You're probably crap out of luck here because the probably place is sold out. Monday Night Raw in Grand Rapids. And followed by on Tuesday, it's going to be in Toledo, Ohio. So I understand tickets are available for that. So if you're down south, like we're in downriver, what it may be, about a 45-minute, 50-minute ride to the arena in Toledo, Ohio, and want to see some wrestling, you'll see SmackDown Live, which is a pretty good brand of stuff there. AJ Styles and Shinsu Nakamura and Daniel Bryan, Jeff Hardy versus The Miz and Big Cass. Charlotte Flair be there, Carmella, New Day, Usos, Rusev, Samoa Joe, The Bar, Asuka, Becky Lynch, Naomi, much more stuff here. You ain't got nothing to do, and summer vacation for the kids because they're all home now, except for the one maybe you got to go to summer school or something. There's your ticket out here. A great Father's Day gift probably too, huh? Okay, I'm done. Okay, I give up. Shoot. Let me first and foremost wish all the dads out there, all the fathers, a happy Father's Day. Really, I want to do that. I dearly want to say that. So, happy Father's Day to them, all of you. And I think that's it. For me, personally, do I get some music going on here? No music? That's not good. Our speaker is not working here, so yeah, it's not working. So we don't have music. That is bold as I don't know what here. So, hey, let me just do it this way. Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Productions. I'm sad. No music at the end of the match. I can make up something here. But I tell you this, okay? Again, happy Father's Day to y'all. We'll be back about midweek here to wet your whistle and what's been going on throughout the week. Definitely before the draft on Thursday, we will be on to give you some results from that. And also if any trades are upcoming, because that's a big night indeed there where you can spread your wings. That's another option the Spurs have. Get somebody's big-time draft choices where Boston's full. And that's all I can say about it here. Again, Butch on Sports this is a presentation of Oh My Darling Productions. Y'all have a great Father's Day. And all you mothers, too, have a great Father's Day as well here. Hey, bye-bye.